Hello, friends and followers. This is a Hammarlund HA-150 receiver that I received or bought at the Ardmore, Oklahoma Hamfest on, I think it was October 11, 2015. Anyway, the gentleman that sold this to me was really nice, and he had received this in a trade. Well, not a trade. I guess he bought a transmitter, and he didn't really need the receiver. And the guy that owned this receiver was going to fix it up, but he believed the front panel was needing attention, so he was going to take it all apart. So he took the front panel off and took all the knobs off and all that. But looking at the front panel, it's no worse than some of the Drakes I fixed, so nope, I'm not going to mess with it. I'm just going to paint it a bit. Whoops. Just going to paint it a bit and put it back together. It doesn't need that much, really. This is enamel model paint that is used for plastic models that I picked up for painting Drakes, I suppose, years ago. Had some black paint left and a paintbrush, so this seems like the safest way to do it. I don't want to remove these benzels or whatever they're called and break them, so just dab on some paint here. Call it a day. It's probably going to need 2 coats of paint because it looks like it's not covering so well. But that's okay. It's looking better and better. What do you think, David? David in Massachusetts. It's going to look so good. It'll be like a lobster roll at the Lucky 99 restaurant. It'll just be tasty and good. Yep, that dresses it up, doesn't it? It's like putting a tux on this thing. It's looking pretty darn good. Anyway, the Hamfest was 90 miles each way. And it wasn't as big as a Belton, Texas Hamfest. And myself being new to Texas, I've only been here, since December. So I've been here 10 months now. It's awful hot in Texas, I'll tell you that. We still have heat here. It's going to be 89 today in the Colony, which is north of Dallas, Texas. So, any rate, this probably won't look great if you look at it carefully, but from a distance, it'll be fine. It'll look better from a distance. I should have taken this whole thing apart and spray painted it or something, but I just don't want to do it. I have a lot of radios on the floor right now that need fixed. And I just want to get them all fixed and off the floor. That's how I read things. If they're on the floor, they're in the way. The Gonzit is so heavy, the transmitter, it's 63 pounds. And that's why it's on the floor. For the Gonzit, I need to install some resistors. I don't even have the proper screws to put them in. And I loathe going to the hardware store, especially Home Depot, to find screws and hardware. It's like, forget it. All right, that one's coming along. I really can't get into the corner here easily without screwing it up. Or can I? I could always paint it later once it's on the radio if I get fussy. All right, so that's probably good enough for now. Let it dry and hit it again with a second coat. It looks better than it did, right? And now for the other one. Get this one finished. So these are brass, I guess. It looks like brass or something. Kind of neat. This radio, I don't know how old it is. They made a bunch of these. It's like, holy smokes. I think these Hammarlund guys have more radios made than anybody as far as different models. This one's kind of cool. I like the knobs on this one. I like the meter. I got lucky getting this one, I think. My first Hammarlund ever. Of course, it's a basket case in a basket, really, but who cares? It's clean inside. It's not full of dirt and dust. And I have a Holocrafters SX-117 that's full of dirt and dust. And I think I'm going to dunk that in the bathtub. I really am. I hate dirty radios. Let it sit for a few days and then maybe work on it. I got to order tubes for that thing. I'm not sure what's wrong with a Holocrafters 117, really. I haven't spent too much time with it. It's a triple conversion receiver, whereas this one's only a single conversion, I think. Like a simple tabletop AM radio, right? From the time you were a kid, back in the 60s. It doesn't have a 455 KCIF, I know that. All right, that looks better. It's not perfect, and it's kind of bubbly looking, but at least it's not brass in your face, right? I don't know if I could make this any better. Unless I could have maybe masked it off and spray painted it, but that's too much risk. You don't want to do risk with these things. Half of the fun is the appearance and the knobs. That's half the fun of these things. Just the big knobs and back in the day. Well, it's not perfect by any means, but maybe that's good enough for now. And now the paint's getting tacky, so I can't really mess with it now. All right, I'm going to call that good. Enough for now. Let it dry. I'm doing the other side again a little bit. Let it dry and put a second coat on it here and there. And maybe that's all we're going to do with this thing. And then try and put it back together. So now I think I'm going to try and arrange all the bolts and nuts and pieces and see if I can make sense of where they all go. All right, that's fine. I'm going to let it dry now and see if I can put a second coat on there. The only challenge now is this brush will get dry. And I don't really have any lacquer for it. Lacquer, what do you use for enamel? Is it lacquer? I don't know, it's not lacquer. Turpentine, whatever that stuff was. So how could I preserve this thing? I could put it in black paint on it, but that would dry. It's going to be stiff later on. You can use paint to soften it back up. That's probably what I'll do. Dip it in the paint can and let it dissolve. the hard paint, if it will. That's a danger. What if I could just squeeze it all out of there? All right. Hey, anyway, that's my video. Thanks for watching. Have a great morning. Have a great Sunday morning.